And you know, there's got to be a bunch of them under here. You know, I don't know why they, you know, all these new cars, why don't they just let you see the engine? I mean, you're buying it, right? You bought it. I like to see the engine. I don't particularly like all this plastic they got covering everything up these days. But I guess it, you know, some people just like that cleaner look. But you know, I prefer just to be able to see the engine, because you know, I work on it. All this is extra work. Look at that, I just stabbed myself, poked myself a little bit. No blood, so it don't count, right? It only counts if there's blood. We'll bring you over here a little bit. Oh, missed this one here. Alright, welcome back, guys. My name's Dave. You found do it yourself, do it right. Today we are going to do a DIY project, and that project is on the GMC. The other morning, went to work, noticed one of the headlights was out. So before I get pulled over and get a ticket for no headlight, figured I'd go ahead and change it. I'm gonna bring you along with me. Went to O'Reilly's, and you know, there, hopefully I got the right bulb, because there was a few options, and of course I bought the cheapest one. That's because, you know, that's what I do. I'm cheap. You might be wondering why I'm flailing around with this towel. Well, it's because it's 99 degrees. The weather service has issued, you know, extreme heat advisory. You know, I'm in the south, Savannah, summertime, you know. Yeah, and I chose the hottest part of the day to change out a headlight and bring you along with me. So if you see me sweating profusely, I'm sorry. I'll try not to sweat on you. But yeah, get ready, because we're gonna change out a headlight bulb. Alright, so I really haven't gone over the GMC much. It's you know, nothing really special. She's my daily driver. 2014 GMC Acadia. I got the 7-passenger, you know, because we got, you know, kids for days. So I did show you in the previous video, and I'll put a link to that up here, over here somewhere. The headlights. I did a headlight restoration on this, and so now the headlight's out. So it's the passenger side. I'm gonna have to you know, well, pop up the hood. I'll let you see underneath there. There's a bunch of plastic I'm gonna have to move out of the way just to get to the bulb, just to see if I bought the right bulb. So yeah, this is that side of the vehicle. You know, nothing real special. She's, you know, I try to take good care of it, you know, keep it clean. She's only got 60-some thousand miles on it. You know, like I said, nothing all that special. Just a normal Acadia. I did go ahead and put the WeatherTech floor mats in there. I was up in New York for the wintertime last year, so you know, I didn't want to ruin the mats, so the carpet, I should say. So I did go ahead and buy the WeatherTech. Yeah, they're nice. They're pretty expensive too, pretty pricey. But yeah, so I'll pop open the hood here, and there you go. Wow, yeah, you know, that's a 3.6 liter V6, and yeah, so this is the headlight we got to get to, and all that plastic we got to get out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out what tools I'm gonna need, and I'll bring you back once I start pulling all the plastic up. Alright guys, so I got these little plastic doodads in there. They got like a little centerpiece you got to pull up, and then the whole little plastic thing pulls out. I'll pull this one out for you, just like so. I'm sure there's a specific GM tool that, you know, the mechanics use at the shop, but you know, I went ahead and I got a little tiny flat tip and a little 90-degree pick. And pop that one out pretty easy. So I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of those on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop those out. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. And we'll get her down in there. Take a little pick like that. Put her down in there. Just pull it up. And it pops out like that. The little centerpiece pops out. And you know, you can get in there. Whoop, there it goes. Try not to lose it. Right here. And it just pops out. So, and then of course you just slap them back together once you got them out. Take these guys here, like so. And just put them back together so you don't lose any of the pieces. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Pop all those out and then lift this whole plastic piece off. So I've decided to go ahead and set you up under the hood instead of, you know, let you see what I'm doing. You know, so you can see my struggles. But I'm just gonna set you over here in this corner so you can see over here. And then I'll bring you around over the other side. So you just, like I said, reach in there with a little pick. Try not to stab yourself. And of course, this one's gonna be a pain. And it pops up. And it pops up. You know, so there's one. And you know, there's got to be a bunch of them under here. You know, I don't know why they, you know, all these new cars. Why don't they just let you see the engine? I mean, you're buying it, right? You bought it. I like to see the engine. I don't particularly like all this plastic they got covering everything up these days. But I guess it, you know, some people just like that cleaner look. But you know, I prefer just to be able to see the engine because, you know, I work on it. All this is extra work. Look at that, I just stabbed myself. Poked myself a little bit. No blood, so it don't count, right? It only counts if there's blood. We'll bring you over here a little bit. Oh, missed this one here. Yeah, I don't really work on any kind of specific car enough to go by the specific tools. I'm sure all the mechanics out there are like, well, you could just go buy one of those at the O'Reilly's or wherever. It pops them right up. But you know, this is the first time I've had this plastic thing off, so, or first time I'm taking it off. I don't have it off yet, but if I you know, if I owned my own garage, it would be beneficial. But you know, I'm just out here working on my vehicles. I don't really see the point in going and buying all these specific tools for vehicles. Now I did have to go buy some specific I had to go buy some specific there were like a torque adapter when I was working on my Volkswagen, now my daughter's Volkswagen, just to get, there's like a little support bracket for the intake, and I had to go buy those, which, you know, I've only used them that couple of those the one time, and then I used it one more time after that. So here we go. We'll pull that out. Pull that out. Look at that. Whole thing comes right off. And we'll set her down. So, like I said, this is the first time I've had this thing off, so this is a new view for me. looks, you know, dirty. Yeah, just when you think you got a clean car, well, no, you know, now it's dirty. I could actually reach down there, well, maybe reach down in there to get the oil filter better that way. So maybe that's an option from now on. But here we go. So that's the headlight that's out, and you know, it's back up in there. It's, you know, way up in there. So let me go ahead and try to figure out how to get that bulb out. This is probably gonna get interesting. All right, so it's about to get serious. I went and put some gloves on. So what I figured out so far is down in here, there's a little cover, little plastic twist cover. You just twist it. This guy here, just a little cover. And we're gonna set that off to the side, so you know, right there. So if it falls down, it falls down in the engine, and then I gotta try to dig it out. You know, it's the way I do it. So can't really get you guys in there too well, but the bulb is up and inside of here. It's in there basically. I wonder if I can pop this thing open and get you in there. Anyways, it's in there forward to this guy here. So yeah, I don't know if I can really explain to you. There's really not much room. So let me go ahead and see if I can get the bulb out. Alright guys, if you can see my mirror, that's how serious it's gotten. My mirror, and then in the mirror there is that little yellow thing that you might not be able to see it, but there's a little yellow thing, and that's actually the end of the bulb. So I'm gonna have to reach my hand in there and give it a twist, and that whole thing should pop right out. So I say should. Things should happen, but you know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm going in. As you can see, I'm already sweating, and you know, I got my sweat towel covered up with little plastic things now. So you know, it's not even really a sweat towel. It's kind of just holding all those things there so they don't fall down in the transmission. So all right, anyways, enough babbling, enough wasting time. I'm gonna try to get that bulb out. All right, like I said, things are escalating rather quickly. So just as I set the camera down, my nice expensive flashlight fell way down in there. So now I got a pair of long needle nose that I'm gonna try to fish it out with. You know, these are the joys of working on your own vehicles. You know, sometimes I don't understand why people pay mechanics to do their own work, but you know, sometimes I do, and this is one of those times. So yeah, we like I said, we're getting into it now. Gotta get my flashlight out. That sucker was expensive. So all right, bring you back when maybe I have the bulb out, or maybe when I lose another tool. We'll see. All right guys, here we go. So it's escalated quickly. It's went from needing just a regular sweat rag to needing a whole sweat towel. This is how crazy it's gotten. As you can see, you know, I can't really reach my big arms in there. I can't really reach my arms in here. So I had a brilliant idea of, yeah, let's just try to take the headlight out altogether. So I took these bolts out. There's a bolt down in here that I took out, and as you can see, she's loose, but no dice. It's not coming out. I'm guessing there's one deep down inside of there. So then I was like, well, I could smash it with a sledgehammer and fix my problems, or I could try to move the you know, little circuit breaker box, circuit breakers, you know, whatever. So that's what I did. And you know, this thing's held in with like 500 of these little push little tab things here to get it loose to where you can pick it up. So that's what I did. I picked it up, and it allowed me, I'm gonna try to sit you guys up here for a second, like so. So it allowed me to pick this guy up and get it up out of the way to where I could reach down inside of here, this spot, to get my arm up inside of the hole to get to this little light bulb right here. So you can see the you know, the bulb is blown. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this thing off, and I'll show you the bulb. Just give me a second. Hopefully it'll only take a second and not all day, but you never know with these things. Of course, you know, you pop the little tab up, oh, and it pops right out. So here you go. This this little guy here, you know, it's fun to get to. And this one, well, this is a Phillips, so I don't know if this one's been changed or not. I don't know if GMCs came with Phillips originally, but I went ahead and got the Sylvania brand, and it's a 9012, also known as a 9012, are also compatible with a HIR2. So that's the bulb you're gonna need. I just, you know, like I said, got the cheapest I could get, because I wasn't gonna spend, you know, 50 bucks on a bulb, or 75, or all the way up to 132. You could get the HID bulbs, you know, those cool little bright blue ones, $135 a piece. And I said, no thank you, I'll take the $27 bulb. Even, you know, $27 for a bulb, that's, whew, inflation, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the package, pop it in, and before I throw all this stuff back together, I'm gonna check to make sure that the bulb actually works. You know, do a little bit of a you know, maintenance operational check, also known as a MOC. That's what we used to call it back in the Army. Back in the days, we'd work on a helicopter, and, you know, before I went out to fly, you know, they check to make sure what you did fixed the problem. If not, you don't want to be, you know, up in the air and have the same problem and have to try to land or whatever. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, only with the car, with the headlights, because I don't want to have to pull all this stuff back apart if I put this bulb in and it doesn't work. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and I'll bring it back if the bulb works. So all right, so here you go. I'm going to see how I got this thing pushed up, and so I'm gonna reach my arm down inside of here, try not to get cut up on all this plastic, and see if I can get that bulb to turn, because it pushes in and it twists. And yeah, this is wow, this is super hard. Super hard to get your arm in here, especially when you got big old chunky arms like myself. My arms are longer than most people's, but that doesn't mean it's always easy. That just means they're longer, you know, but they're still big around. And I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that I'm muscular or anything. I'm just saying they're not skinny long arms. You know, sometimes I wish I had skinny long arms. Oh, I don't know if you heard that click, but it clicked. So yeah, see, my arms are, you know, they're not skinny. They're not made to go in there, is what I'm saying. So whew, let me go fetch the keys. Oh, they're right here. I'm gonna fetch the keys, turn the lights on. Not gonna turn the car on, because, you know, I got tools all over the place. So I'm just gonna turn the key on, turn the lights on. And yeah, hopefully we'll just turn it on normal. And yeah, so here we go. Oh, that one's on. As you can see, that one's on. Hey, there we go. Look at that one. That one's on now too. So yeah, you wanna see my arm? Look at all the red marks from all that plastic in there. Wrestling around trying to get my arm up in there where, you know, it's not supposed to go. It's up in there. So all right, I'm gonna turn the car off and throw all this stuff back together. Alright guys, as you can see, you know, I put it all back together. I went ahead and cleaned up under the hood. You know, I used my spray away products to clean that up. You know, I always say, you know, leave it nicer than what you found it. So I went ahead and, you know, I tried to wipe some of the dust off. It's not a detail by any means. You know, you see some dust and stuff in here, but you know, I try to clean it up better than what it was. So yeah, so headlights changed. It's a little bit more of a process than I thought it was going to be, but you know, that's newer vehicles for you. Everything is buried deep, everything is a pain in the butt to get to, covered up with plastic, and you know, it's newer vehicles for you. Nothing can just be out in the open. It's always got to be, you got to reach around this to get to that, and you know, a lot of reaching arounds. So anyways, that's it's gonna do it for this video. If you like it, go ahead and you know, give me a thumbs up, you know, maybe subscribe, it's free. You know, do the things that you do. Hit that bell if you're subscribed and you want to see when my next videos come out. You know, they're not all gonna be you know, videos changing your headlight type videos, but I figured it needed to get done, so you know, I might as well videotape it, throw it out there on the old YouTubes, you know, in case somebody else has a Acadia and they want to go ahead and try to do their own headlight, and you know, show you what you're getting yourself into. But anyways, if you want to get a hold of me, I have an email address. It's diydaveb@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram at diydaveb. And typically what I do on there is I upload preview videos of the big videos that I have coming out. You know, the videos I have coming on, the Mustang here, the old Ford under the cover, and then the various bikes that I'm working on. So if you want to see what's coming out next, then you know, you might be interested. You know, check me out on Instagram. Also, I have a Facebook page. It's a group. It's do it yourself, do it right, and you know, on that group page, we're posting pictures of all of our DIY projects, not just vehicles or motorcycles. You know, everything. I'm talking from furniture people have been building, to pergolas, to wine glass bottles, anything DIY that you're making with your own two hands. You know, go ahead and throw that up on that page, and we like to see what people are making. You know, it's a no judgment page. You know, put your stuff up there. You know, maybe if there's a negative comment, I'll go in there and I'll take it off. You know, negative people are everywhere, but we're trying not to keep negative people on that page. But yeah, like I said, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, and until next time, thanks a lot.